Good day, I am War Archives, and I'm here to talk to you about the North American P-51 Mustang. Today, it is remembered as one of the greatest fighter aircraft of World War II, a machine that helped twist the air in favor of the Allies. But it's incredible how close this aircraft came to never existing at all. In the early 1940s, Britain desperately needed fighters. The Royal Air Force approached North American Aviation asking them to build a P-40 Warhawks under license. Instead, North American proposed something bold, a brand new aircraft designed from scratch. They promised to design it fast, and what they produced was the P-51 Mustang, completed in just 117 days, an engineering spirit almost unheard of in aviation history. But the Mustangs were not perfect at first. They were powered by an Allison V1710 engine. Early versions performed well at low altitudes, but struggled above 15,000 feet. Up high where bombers needed protection, it simply couldn't keep up with German fighters. Then came a breakthrough. British engineers decided to try installing a Rolls-Royce Merlin engine, the same engine that powered the Spitfire and Hurricane. It transformed the aircraft. The Mustang now reached speeds of 437 miles per hour, climbed faster, and could operate above 40,000 feet, and it gave it the iconic sound we know today. Thanks to the new engine, the aircraft nearly had a perfect combination of speed, range, maneuverability, and efficiency. With external drop tanks, the Mustang could fly over 16,000 miles, giving it endurance needed to escort US B-17s and B-24 bombers all the way to Berlin and back. Before the Mustang entered service, Allied bomber missions into Germany suffered brutal losses. Entire formations disappeared on deep raids without fighter cover. Once P-51 arrived, everything changed. German pilots quickly learned to fear them. Mustangs flew ahead of bomber formations, hunting interceptors, sometimes even landing on enemy airfields to attack aircraft on the ground. One German pilot reportedly said, "We knew when the Mustangs came, the war was lost." They were armed with six 50 caliber M2 Browning machine guns. The Mustangs could empty over 1,800 rounds per minute. It could shred any enemy fighter, locomotives, trucks, and armored vehicles. Many Mustangs also carried rockets or bombs, turning them into deadly ground attack aircraft. By the end of World War II, P-51 pilots had claimed over 4,950 air-to-air victories, the highest of any U.S. fighter in the European theater. Aces like George Preddy, the war's top Mustang pilot, pushed the aircraft to legendary status. But the Mustang wasn't just a wartime hero, it had longevity. After World War II, the P-51 continued serving in air forces across the world. Canada, Australia, South America, Sweden, Korea, Nicaragua, Israel, and more than 55 countries operated it. Even in the Korean War, despite the arrival of jets, Mustang pilots provided its worth as a rugged close air support aircraft. Eventually, the Mustang retired from frontline service, but its story did not end there. Today, P-51 Mustangs remain icons. Their distinctive Merlin engine sound becomes instantly recognizable at air shows and Reno air races. Many restored examples now cost more than $2 million, and fewer than 200 fully operational Mustangs exist worldwide. Now that you know the facts, please enjoy these next few minutes of watching the P-51 Mustang engage air and ground targets. Later in the war, when Allies ruled the skies, P-51s would make it common practice to break formation and strafe the ground. They would take out targets like railroads, trucks, troop convoys, supply depots, airfields, etc. Anything that moved or anything that kept the war machine alive was taken down. This was not officially approved with the escort doctrine saying stay with bombers and protect them at all cost, but pilots quickly noticed something. If aircraft weren't able to take off in the first place, then bombers didn't need as much protecting. So strafing evolved from spontaneous aggression to a kind of unofficial strategy. This strategy was obviously very effective, taking out key targets. With communication towers and fuel depots going down, it was impossible for the Axis to keep up supply, which in the end helped the Allies win the war and raining the terror above Japanese and German skies, and finally sending the P-51 to the Korean War, and after that to retirement.